Hi, my name is Sam McCoy-Smith, and I'll be teaching your student Ceramics 1 this semester. A few things we'll be going over in this presentation are where you can find a digital copy of our course syllabus. I'll give you some information about how you can contact me and how I can best contact you about your student's education. I'll talk to you a bit about major projects your students will complete this semester, and I'll give you some helpful tips for their success. Later in this presentation, I'll also show you how to navigate our course website if you would like to stay involved in what we're doing this semester, and you can find all that information on the Kent Island High School website. At Kent Island, ceramics is part of our fine arts pathway. Lots of students start with fundamentals of art, a combination of 2D and 3D art basics. Students can choose a range of two-dimensional courses or three-dimensional courses listed in order here, which go from fundamentals of art to ceramics 1 to ceramics 2, life drawing, painting, independent studies, as well as AP art history, and it's pretty excellent in preparing your student who might be interested in pursuing a career in art after high school. Our course syllabus can be found online for Ceramics 1. You can also find some information about materials your student will need for this semester, late work policies, and grading policies within this document. Your student will absolutely need a 1-inch binder to hold all of our study sheets, handouts, and project sketches, which will be graded at midterm and final. In ceramics, the workload is a bit more than fundamentals, and students will be expected to do project research and sketches at home, or they may require some after-school help to complete assignments. Your student will be bringing home a paper copy of the syllabus and will be asked to return the last page. The last page is very helpful in setting up a line of communication between your family and I, so that I can let you know once we have after-school activities or any class activities or assignments that you might be interested in knowing about. Students must use pre-scheduled open studio times after school to complete makeup work. They can do this by making arrangements with me or by checking our class calendar on our course website for predetermined dates. In Maryland State, we educate our art students in 4 categories, featured prominently in all of our curriculums. And these categories are art making, art criticism, aesthetics, and art history. Throughout each unit, students will be practicing each of these skills. Some of the main assignments in ceramics include projects. I will send home our semester schedule at the start of the year detailing what projects we'll be working on in a given week. This is really helpful so your students will know what's expected of them, and they will also have an idea of what deadlines they'll be facing. These projects are incredibly important to be completed on a certain deadline at the end of the semester. If they're not completed by our end of semester deadline, they will not receive credit. Quizzes also are pretty heavily used in ceramics. We talk a lot about art elements and principles, as well as hand building and wheel-thrown pottery basics. At the end of certain projects or activities, we'll have a quiz focusing on these vocabulary terms and art skills. They're usually pretty short and very helpful in developing technical skills. Midterms and finals are also something your students should be prepared for. We always take a midterm and a final, and basically that runs over different technical skills and abilities to illustrate art concepts. We also require students to reflect at the end of each project, doing different critiques of their work as well as classmates' work. And at midterm and final, we also grade their sketchbook journals, which are that 1-inch binder that I spoke about earlier. It is definitely the most useful tool in being successful in these major assignments. They're required to keep this journal, and it should contain all of their practice sketches, all of their research, all of their project papers, quizzes, study materials, and critiques, because these become really invaluable study tools for midterm and final, and we will be grading them at midterm time and at final time. Any outside of class assignments that we have will be in Google Classroom, so keep an eye out for an invitation from Google Classroom so that you can get updates on our class. We operate on a pretty standard grading scale, which is shown here. More information can be found on the county website if needed. Some additional tips for your students' success. If they're struggling, please encourage them to come to Open Studio after school, or encourage them to schedule time with me to get the extra help. Again, this schedule can be found on our course website, and I'll show you that in a moment, or it can be scheduled with me a few days ahead of time in class. Being prepared with your sketchbook journal is really helpful. As long as your journal's organized, it should be very easy to keep up in class. I also update grades regularly in PowerSchool, so if you ever see anything you have questions about, please contact me. I'll give you more information about that in a moment. If your student is really interested in learning more about art, we also offer art club and photography club, and they meet each Monday after school until 4 in room 159. If you ever have any questions or concerns, please don't hesitate to contact me. The fastest way is the email below. You can find more contact information on our course syllabus, and you can also call the school, and I will be sure to get back to you within 24 hours. To reach our course website, if you go to Kent Island High School website, it's kihigh.org, go to teacher homepages, and you can find my name, Sam McCoy Smith. You have the main page, which is going to give you more information about how to contact me best. It'll remind you of my email address. We also have this overview of what we do in classes, as well as further information here where you can find a digital copy of the syllabus. I'll also be posting our semester schedule and a few helpful dates. So that would be really helpful. Please let me know if I can answer any of your questions. I'm looking forward to working with your students, and I wish them luck in this next semester. Thank you so much for your time.